you are a student, a parent, or a teacher, you will know so far this academic year, the biggest trend for students has been the 6-7. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out this clip.
6-7, a meme kids can't get enough of and teachers can't get away from.
We are not saying the word 6-7 anymore. If you do, you have to write a 67-word essay.
Some schools even banning the phrase in classrooms.
You are no longer allowed to say, what number do you think I'm going to say?
6-7. Caitlin Soriano is a 7th grade math teacher.
How much are you hearing and seeing 6-7 in your classroom?
All day, every day. It is nonstop throughout my class, the hallways, the cafeterias.
She says she banned the term last year after it became distracting for students. But now she and other teachers are leaning in.
And we hope that if it is embarrassing enough for the adults to be doing it, that maybe they stop.
The trend took off a few months ago, but has re-intensified with school back in session. Thought to originate from a rap song by Skrilla. But the experts we spoke to say the numbers really don't mean anything.
It's like slang to make parents be like, what does that mean?
Yeah, baby.
It's just the latest example of slang through the years.
Eat my shorts.
From the hippie generation, where things were groovy and far out, to the 90s, where everyone was asking, what's up?
If you're wondering what this skibbity is going on and how all this brain rot is getting to us, you're not Delulu. It's all pretty Ohio. But the kids, they just want us to let them cook.
As for parents, they're feeling the pain too. According to a recent study, 35% say they struggle to understand their kids' slang vocabulary. And 56% say their kids feel cringe when they try and use slang to communicate.
Do you think that your mom and your dad or your teachers are getting a little annoyed of it?
Yes. Yes.
Is that going to stop you?
No.
6-7, just the latest example of internet talk being used in everyday language. And it is so prevalent that earlier this year, the Cambridge Dictionary even made some of those words that I mentioned a moment ago official, adding slang like skibbity, delulu, that shortened version of delusional, adding it to the Cambridge Dictionary.
Yeah. We just officially killed it. 6-7's dead.
I know, right? Good. Well, that's what they said. As soon as the adults start doing it, as soon as we cover it here.
I was arguing with my 16-year-old son about this last night. It's like, didn't you guys have words that, you laughed at? I go, yeah, but they weren't completely nonsensical. But he's right. The difference was we had shorthand, like rad for radical or toast or whatever.
Right.
But what we didn't have we had a friend group, and there was inside jokes. Now there's a global text chain.
Yeah. Of course.
So every tween and every teen who's on TikTok and YouTube, they're in on it.
But the other thing is, if you asked what does rad mean or groovy or far out, we could define that.
There was the definition.
If you ask your kids what does 6-7 mean, they don't know either.
And that's where the brain rot is kind of being pointed to, that it's like such an overconsumption of these kind of silly, goofy, funny things without much sense. And those kids also said to me, that's kind of why we like it, is when mom or dad or my teacher is like, what does it mean? They're like, and that makes you more mad about it.
You know what it is doing that we know? It's disrupting the learning process.
Well, yes.
And that's a problem for teachers.
The reality is, even when 6-7's over, guess what? They'll come up with something else.
We already got 41.
Of course.
And by the way, it's not 67, of course, but this is 41.
Do you know what that means, 41?
What does that mean?
That one I've heard it started with the Rizzler and doesn't also make sense, but maybe you know more.
No, but you're exactly right.
Okay.
It is an adjective used to describe excess.
I have an idea. What if we call 6-7 when adults kill a fun trend?
we just 6-7'd
this trend.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
86. That's 86.
86.
We 86, 6-7.
6-7 is the new 86.
6-7. It isn't something that's been going on in the UK or the States. It's going on worldwide because, I'm out in the Middle East at the minute teaching, and 6-7, it's a big thing everywhere. But I guess specifically in English-speaking schools, if you work in a school, for instance, maybe if you're in a French-speaking school, let me know if 6-7 is a trend going on in other schools as well. I'll be intrigued, and I'm sure the tunjitalks want to know about that as well. So how do we combat this? Because there are different schools of thought. So, for example, I follow on TikTok, there's this high school principal in America. he makes incredible videos, really great videos. And in this one video, he's talking about, oh, you know what? Instead of sort of like ostracizing the students, instead of sort of like shutting down the 6-7, find ways of bringing it into the classroom. I thought, you know what, that's quite interesting. Let me try that out.
6-7. Is 6-7 a distraction in your classroom? Here are 2 ways we actually address it. Here's a one-on-one conversation with the student. There's a time and place for everything, and I have no problem with you making 6-7 jokes in the cafeteria with your friends, but when you're blurting it out in the middle of math class, that's not the time or the place. Make sense? Yeah. Is this something I need to call home about, or is this something you can fix? I'll fix it. And here's a strategy you can use with your whole class. I know 6-7 is all the hype right now, but I need your help with 2 things. First, don't randomly call out 6-7 here in math class. Second, when 6-7 comes up in math class, because it will, I need your help with a class response. Let's say this is the answer to a math problem. I'm gonna say, class, help me out with this one. The answer is 2 point, and then I'll point to you, and you all will say, 6-7. Let's try it. The answer is 2.67. Let's try another example. We just completed problems 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the worksheet. The next 2 examples we're going to try are 6-7. Kids will be kids, and 6-7 is hot right now.
Tried it out once. You know what? You're playing with fire. You're playing with fire if you try the 6-7 thing. And I've also seen like videos of more experienced colleagues. What do I mean when I say more experienced colleagues? So these are teachers who have been teaching for like 20 years or so. I've seen videos of those sort of like colleagues trying out this 6-7 thing. You're playing with fire. So it's best just to shut it down. If you are a parent, or if you are a student, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your take on the 6-7 trend down below in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And remember, it is winning season forever and always. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.